Hey there, it's Stephanie Shea, Chief Astrologer for janspiller.com with your April Astrological overview. This is a big month because we've got the new moon in Aries on April the 5th. This is a especially significant new moon for a couple of reasons. It's the very first new moon following the spring equinox, and it's in the sign of Aries, which is the very first sign of the zodiac. So if you have read Jan Spiller's book, New Moon Astrology, which I highly recommend, she puts special importance on this new moon as being the first new moon kind of the astrological new year, and recommends making a collage that she calls a treasure map. This is much like what people did if you read the book The Secret, where you make a collage that contains images and words of themes and activities and things that you want to attract in the coming year. So it's a very productive time to do this. Be sure and wait until after the exact time of the Aries new moon, and this is something that you can find out more about when you subscribe to janspiller.com. We'll send you the exact best times to set your intentions, or as Jan liked to call it, make your wishes at the new moon. And once you do this steadily over time, it is highly effective. So that makes it fun. And then if anyone is an Aries who was born around April 5th, this is kind of a big year ahead for you. This whenever the new moon falls near your birthday, it signifies a lot of new beginnings ahead, and I'll be giving more information on that in my Aries birthday horoscope on this channel, so check that out. Now, the good news is that Mercury stationed direct last month at the end of the month, but we've got the shadow phase going on until April 15th. So there's this high-powered new moon, but it could just take the first couple of weeks to really get the ball rolling this month. Keep in mind that there's this Mercury Retrograde shadow, and go ahead and make your intentions and really push full steam ahead after the 15th. We're definitely in the clear for the next few months. Now, we've got a few of the outer planets stationing retrograde this month, which is kind of a different feel. We won't feel it as personally as the inner planets, which are known as the personal planets. We have outer planets in retrograde about half the year. So it's kind of going on in the background. And the first one of these is going to be the planet Jupiter. That will station retrograde on the 10th of April. Jupiter's been moving along in the sign of Sagittarius all year. It's very happy in this sign because it's the sign that rules Jupiter, and they go together. Jupiter's the ruling planet of Sagittarius, and the themes are optimism, growth, philosophy, education, adventure, travel. A lot of mind-expanding themes go with both Sagittarius and with Jupiter. So what happens when Jupiter, which is planet of luck and opportunity, stations retrograde? It doesn't mean that our luck runs out or works backwards, fortunately. What it does mean is that we will have to work to make our own luck. When Jupiter is moving forward during much of the year, we can kind of attract what we want through our connections and external circumstances. Sometimes things come to us. But I look at the about 5-month period that Jupiter is in retrograde. It's a time where we make our own luck. So the dates on this one will be April 10th until August 11th, 2019. During these months, generate your own ideas, work on your pitches. You're going to have to maybe go out and hit the pavement a little bit more, doing some legwork. You can still earn some rewards, but think of it in ways of whatever it is you're looking for, look for yourself to be one of the first sources of this, and then try to get other people on board with the momentum that you're creating. Now, the other two heavy-hitting planets that are stationing retrograde at the end of the month are both Saturn and Pluto. And these have been traveling pretty closely together in the sign of Capricorn. And by the end of the year, they're going to come completely together in what's known as a conjunction, and a sort of a merging of energies. It's a very powerful time right now, not only for people who are Capricorns, But in general, to tap into that Capricorn energy, which is all about taking charge, taking responsibility, long-term planning, and commitment. There's kind of a serious energy associated with these planets, but it's nothing to fear. It's just about getting a little more serious about your life and your priorities. I feel like when these planets are in retrograde, again, we turn our attention more inward and the buck stops with us. We can't be blaming our boss or other circumstances for the things that are going wrong in our life that we're not happy with. We've got to take charge, do some soul searching. What is it we need to let go of? The sign of Capricorn rules fear. So this is going to be a huge theme, especially because the south node in the sky will also be in the sign of Capricorn, conjunct around the same degree as the planet Pluto this month. When I see those coming together, I think of all capital letters the word purge, because south node represents either past life energy or even old energy from this life that we need to release. Pluto has the same type of theme. So be thinking, what do you need to let go of? And because Capricorn rules fear, I'm thinking this is going to be a big theme for everybody. Maybe we're carrying old fears that aren't even from this lifetime, or maybe we know where they come from and we've been clinging to them. It's time to get real and step up and test ourselves to really see that we're stronger than we think and overcome some fears this spring. The full moon this month, it's going to be on the 19th, and it is in Libra, which is a partnership-related sign. This is kind of sweet because anyone who's been working towards partnership-related goals could see things blossoming around this time. The full moon is often when things come to fruition, where we've been placing our energy. Now, conversely, if you haven't been putting the right attention towards a partnership, and this could include any kind of friendship, not just romantic, but definitely romantic partnership, or even a business partnership, the full moon can illuminate areas for improvement, and especially with the sign of Libra ruling balance and equity, I think there'll be kind of a highlight around a sense of fairness, and it's a really good time to take note of how you feel and see what needs to be done to rebalance the energies to feel more fair to everyone involved. The sun will move into Taurus on the 20th. It's in Aries until that point this month. Happy birthday to any Aries. And you may feel a shift of energy around the 20th because Aries is a fire sign. It involves going and doing, and it's very action-oriented. Whereas Taurus is a little bit more slow down and smell the roses, appreciate the pleasure. Taurus can definitely get things done, but they have a slow and steady plan, and they don't often like to be derailed from that plan. So if you need to focus on your goals in a less rapid fire way, the way an Aries would approach it, you may want to get the small stuff done before the 20th while we have that Aries fire, and then consider the slow and steady action steps after the 20th when we'll be supported with that Taurus energy. I hope you have a wonderful month of April, and I'll see you next month with your astrological overview. Be sure and check out janspiller.com for the reports and forecasts that are available to subscribers. I write all kinds of content that will really help you navigate and make the most of the current astrology.